Well, it's actually sort of daylight. I don't think I've done a video in the daylight in quite some time. It's kind of refreshing. um, it's Wednesday, and I really believe that I am coming off of probably let's see, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, six of probably the busiest, most hectic whirlwind days that I've had in a very long time. Um, Starting with Friday's visit across the state to the detention center, ending with tonight. I've just had a non-stop series of things. Just so busy. I really need a break. That's what's on my mind today. Tonight, it's actually the evening. It is a little after 6. So I am wet-haired. I've had a shower. I stayed up until about 2:45 in the morning last night writing that emergency report for that client that I saw in detention on Friday. I would have done that earlier, but I just had so many other fires to put out because of what was happening with this virus situation. So I kind of made a promise to myself last night that I'm not going to do that anymore. I'm not going to put myself in such a situation where I have to stay up half the night to write reports. This is why I'm moving away from this kind of work. And so, it's just not okay. So I am wearing yoga clothes right now because as exhausted as I am, I probably got about maybe 5 hours of sleep. And I've been busy all day today. As exhausted as I am going to, my mind-body practice tonight is actually going to do some yoga. And one of the interesting things to come out of this situation where we're all kind of quarantined is that so much on social media is happening that is being offered. I've talked about the sense of community that really seems to be growing, at least among a lot of people. Obviously, there's still a ton of divisiveness and that kind of thing, but I am also seeing such a swell of community that's so heartening. Anyway, among that are a lot of people are putting workouts online just for the health and well-being of other people. And one of my friends is a yoga instructor, and she's done some online, just Facebook Live yoga events. Her name is Karina Pivik. If anybody's ever watched these videos, I've spoken of her before. So actually tonight I am going to sit in front of my computer at some point tonight before I go to bed and do some yoga. I may not do her whole workout because of my state of mind and body, but I do want to do that. I think that's what I need right now. And so I won't demonstrate that obviously in this video, but I will say, anybody watching this, there are aerobic workouts online. November Project New Orleans is a great example of that. There are dance parties online. There is a man on Instagram who's doing dance parties every day and their workouts. There's a lot of yoga online right now. There are so many ways to work on your body, and of course the mind-body part of that, while you're at home during this period. So that's what I'm going to do. The thoughts that I have right now are the ones I've already shared, but I'm also in the process of creating a coping skills group for people who are stuck at home and trying to cope with everything that this COVID situation has created. I am, of course, a self-employed social worker, and I've been thinking about ways to obviously create new revenue streams for myself. And as social workers, I know I can speak for myself, but I know my colleagues also struggle with this, is that I have the sense that it's wrong to do things for money. I shouldn't do things for money. But that's a mindset that many of us have to break out of because, I deserve to get paid just like other people deserve to get paid. And In my therapy work, I charge a really low rate, and I do volunteer, especially with my mind body skills groups. But so when I'm thinking about this, I'm like, should I do this? I know people really need this, but is it the right thing to do during this time? Do I feel like I'm somehow price gouging by doing a support group that people pay for? It's such dissonance inside. I wish I could do everything I do for free. I really do. I wish I didn't have to earn a living at all. But I'm working on that tonight. I'm actually going to put a little more work time in, but just kind of designing that and doing a little bit of marketing around that. And so, yeah, that's what's on my mind. I really do feel uncomfortable. It's the whole reason, one of the reasons I've been doing these videos. I feel really uncomfortable putting myself out there. I don't want to have a sign on my building. I don't want to advertise. It makes me really uncomfortable. But I know that if I want to remain self-employed and I want to do things that are a little bit out of the box, I've got to get more comfortable with people seeing that I'm doing this, or people seeing, oh, what is she advertising? Or, something like that. It just feels so uncomfortable to me. And so I'm really trying to break out of that. So that's what's on my mind. I'm just really wanting to put this together, trying to find the time to do it, and trying to find the comfort in being okay with charging for my services. So that's what's on my mind, and I'm going to continue to kind of grapple with that and feel a little bit of fear about being judged, the fear of what if it doesn't work, the fear of failure, the fear of trying something new. So that's what's on my mind. All of those things are mixed up, but I feel motivated right now because I see a need. I mean, I'm talking to people right now in my work, and I feel like everybody's really struggling right now, and I have some ideas for how to address that that do include some mind-body skills work, but really some other elements as well. So I'm going to try to put that together, and I have to break out of my comfort zone to do it. So, and I had to break out of all these obligations that I've been working on nonstop in order to find the time to do it. So that's where my thoughts are. Those are my intentions that I'm putting out there by saying this to myself on this video, and to whatever random person might happen to see it. Then I'm going to add a song. This is one of the good things for me right now is that because of the way our work situation is right now in our city and the things, I'm actually just walking to and from my office because I live really close to it. And as I was walking, this silly little song came on by a Swedish kind of EDM singer, and I've heard it many times before, and it randomly came on as I was walking, and it's really about like just needing a break from life. Her name is Elefant, and she's again a Swedish singer, and I'm gonna play that. I'm gonna put that on my playlist because it suited me when I heard it. I was like, yeah, I need a break from all the stuff that's going on in this world right now. So I enjoyed that song as I was walking to or from my office. That's it for now.